Hey guys, Axel6 here, back with another build showcase on something I've been theory crafting for the Path of Exile 2 0.4 patch. I'm currently playing a cast on crit Oracle, Visions of Cock, level 82 with 4400 energy shield. We are almost resistance capped and we are immune to chaos, poison, and bleed currently. Normally I would go chaos inoculation if I was sitting at between 6 to 8,000 energy shield, but we're kind of on a tight budget and I've been self-crafting my gear. In this video I'm going to go over the skill gems, the passive tree, and the gear I'm wearing, as well as finishing up this map I'm currently in with the boss at the end. If you just want to see gameplay, feel free to skip to the end. And yeah, so for the skills, Sigil of Power is on our staff. You can use any staff technically, because we're not using Sigil of Power. I don't like pressing too many buttons. Lightning Bolt is automatically triggered on crit, which comes from our Choir of the Storm that you can get or equip at level 78. And we are supporting it with Spell Cascade, Living Lightning 2, Concentrated Area, and Super Critical. Elemental Weakness is for bosses and tough rares. We're running it with Curse Ground, Heightened Curse, Ritualistic Curse, and Efficiency 2. We're running Efficiency 2 on almost all our skills because it's a mana intense build. Frostbolt is our general clear. I'm not a huge fan of Spark, don't ask me why, but you can certainly run it if you'd like. I'm supporting Frostbolt with Rapid Casting 2, Scion's Temper for more projectiles, Super Critical, Valence's Propulsion for more projectile speed, Efficiency 2. Single target is going to be Frost Darts. It actually doesn't do too much damage on its own, but it builds up energy very quickly. We're supporting it with Rapid Casting 2, Efficiency 2, Pinpoint Critical, and Deliberation. Our cast on crit setup uses two spells. We have Living Bomb, which will attach itself to an enemy before the comet lands on them, and then drop a flame on the ground, and when you pick up this fire infusion, it will empower your next comet with the fire infused, and it will deal a lot more damage. And we're running Comet because buku damage and it looks cool. We also have Efficiency 2, Balance Energy 2, and Energy Retention. These are good for meta skills. If you have 30 extra spirit, I would highly recommend Convalescence. It is an oh shit button for energy shield builds. It is essentially a life flask for energy shield, and I'm supporting it with cooldown recovery too. Blasphemy and Arctic Armor are just for defense. For Blasphemy, I'm cursing enemies with temporal chains, which slows them down. And I have Ritualistic Curse, Magnified Area 2, and Slow Potency. Arctic Armor, you'll burst in ice if you get hit with a melee attack, and you can freeze or knock back enemies. For the passive tree, we are going Oracle mainly because of this node here, Force Outcome. And what it does is whenever you hit an enemy and it checks for a crit, if you don't crit, it will re-roll that chance until you do crit. And every time you re-roll that chance, you deal less critical damage bonus, but that's actually not too bad, especially late game when we start scaling more crit damage bonus. And for the third and fourth ascendancies, we're grabbing the Unseen Path in Entwined Realities. And if this works like how I'm reading it, it is basically the From Nothing Jewel, so you can grab notables around excuse me, around one of these large keystones. And if you have the jewel plus his passive, it'll probably be like 2 areas, which is really cool. The Unseen Path lets you pick up these kind of hidden notables unique to the druid side. I only have 6 points put in there for now. I'm still looking at other kind of trees or notables that might be useful. And for our skill tree, I went up from the druid side into the sorceress and witch side to grab spell damage, energy shield. When we switched to cast on crit, I picked up all the meta skills like dynamism, invocate efficiency, this one over here, as well as for the Unseen Path, you have Power of the Storm, which increases your damage if you've triggered Comet recently, or any skill. And then we have Psychic Fragmentation for our Frostbolts to fire more projectiles. When you go Chaos Inoculation, don't forget to grab Asceticism so you don't get stun locked to death. And we got some mana efficiency here, and +1 cold spells here, so that's going to be the tree. For our gear, we are rocking 3 uniques. Snake Pit, I think, is a must, and it's really cheap this league. It allows your Frostbolt to fork, which allows them to explode on other enemies instead of terrain. and I'm wearing Dream Fragments to be immune to Chilled Ground and the Frozen Ailment status effect. It's pretty annoying, both of them are, especially the Chilled Ground, so I'm just running this for now. And the Choir of the Storm, which allows us to trigger the lightning bolts. For the body armor, I was trying to craft myself with the Omens of Putrefaction, which allows you to basically pick all your stat lines, and I settled for this, which is OK Energy Shield. The 57 Spirit's nice, and Ignite duration reduced is kind of slept on. Ignite is pretty dangerous, and I even have a immune to Ignite charm on as well. For the boots, it's just movement speed, cold res, stun threshold. The belt, fire res, cold res. The gloves, I got crit damage bonus, and then I used a fire essence for fire res. The gloves don't give that much energy shield, but it would be nice to have some flat here. And the helmet does give a good amount of energy shield, but I'm still crafting it currently. But we have crit chance and fire resistance. The weapon, I think I got kind of lucky with. It started with cold damage and cast speed as a magic base. I hit it with the essence to give it the increased spell damage, and then I filled out the suffixes with the omen and greater exalts, and I got the critical hit chance as well as I think it was like mana regeneration, which I replaced with the +5 to all skills essence, and then I hit it with a jawbone. Was looking for a gained as, like lightning damage gained as, or fire damage, cold damage gained as tag or line, but got spirit, which isn't completely useless, but we're missing some damage here. And let me just finish this map up and show you guys how the build looks. So you just shoot out frost bolts, pretty chill gameplay loop. You kind of just right click everywhere. Oh, and I'm going in a circle. And that's living lightning, the little balls following you. It's from the lightning bolt. This is a rare, so hit him with boss darts. And I'm currently running a tier 7 because that's the highest tier I have right now. I've been focused mainly on making new characters. I still need to progress my Atlas a bit. Essences are so scary, but I do miss the previous league. The crafting is insane. I haven't really messed with this league's mechanics too much. Okay. I don't know what happened there. A lot of area of effects, I guess. Oh, am I dead? Nope, pop convalescence, and I'm fine. Oh, it was kind of sketchy. I'll just come back from the loop later. So everything is basically just getting slowed or frozen around you, which makes it pretty safe to play. The clear is pretty nice. And there's still a lot more room for me to upgrade this build as well. Oh, and I see the boss on the map, so I'm going to start heading towards him. Alrighty, let's see how this build does. This guy's fun to fight. Drop the element of weakness. Drop it really early for no reason. Start hitting him with frozen darts. Comet should come down. Pick up the fire infusion. He's frozen. There we go. And that is the build, guys. If you have any suggestions on how I can improve this, if you guys liked it, it was entertaining, please leave, a like, a comment, subscribe. That would really help. And yeah, thank you guys. Take it easy.